Howdy y'all, welcome back to Kettlebell 101. I am your host, Curt Todd, and today we'll be breaking down and talking about and viewing the 5 greatest rides, I think, in all of bull riding history. And I'll admit, this is my second take because in my head last time, you could see my screen, and I realized that I did not enable the screen share option. So I will do that this time. So, yeah. So, let's get started. Have to share screen. All right. Share. All right, I'm currently sharing. So let's start off with Tuffy Men winning the 1989 World's Finals in memory of Lane Frost, who died at the 1989 China Frontier Days Rodeo. And he said, I'm going to go an extra 10 seconds for Lane. You can see Tuff taking that suicide rap right there. And that is a really nice shirt, too. All he needs, if you see on the bottom, all he needs is a qualified ride to win. Wow. So not only was that a great ride just in general, but the sentiment that he put behind it, and he said, I'm going to ride an extra 10 seconds for Lane, and that he did. You can barely hear the whistle over the music for whoever made this video. But he took off his hat and he hit the bull. That was after it, so it didn't go against him or disqualifying. And I think it was an 88 is what he came out with afterwards, which is really good score. And now let's go to Tuffy Men riding Bodacious, one of the rankest bulls in the world. And Bodacious was such a good and dangerous bull that he got banned from the PBR. They said told the stock contract you cannot bring him back. And you'll see why in just a second. But let's watch Tuffy Men ride Bodacious first. So, you see him take that suicide rap again. That's what professionals do. Watch that bull come blowing out of there. Wow, that was great. You can see kind of. Let's see if there's a replay. All right, so Tuffy Men is among some of the bull riders that do not turn their toes out. He doesn't do it. I don't know if he can or if he just didn't want to. So he uses his legs. I mean, there's no doubt about him using his legs to hold on. But his spurs have more of a angle degree. Most spurs are like a 22.5 degree angle. So there's flat and then like 22 or however. Tuffy Men has like a 45 or 37 degree angle on his spur, which allows his feet to be, kind of straight like they normally would be, but his spurs catch more on the bull, so he doesn't have to turn his toes out, which works better for him because I guess he just never could. But you can see that in most of his rides. So he's spurring on and he's hanging on, but his spur is angled, and that's what's holding him onto the bull. So, 95, that's one of the highest marked rides in PBR history. So, in keeping with our Tuffy Men tradition and our streak, let's watch Tuffy Men's wreck on Bodacious. This is one of the first rides that I ever watched as a kid on television, and I think it's one of the greatest rides that could have been, but it was tragically cut short.
Here it is, folks. It's the first 3 jumps because this bull can catapult out of there like none I've ever seen.
Catapult like a son of a gun.
Great athletes, watch the flagpole, tearing over. He's out there, open that gate, boys.
So from the gate opening to this moment right here is less than 6 seconds. Wow, what a bull ride. And you probably missed most of it because I know I did the first time. So I still miss it most of the time when I watch it. But there is a replay where they show it slower. So you can just see, like from the first jump, you can see just how powerful this bull is.
Young son, Robert Lane,
a big blow.
Watch when the bull hits him right here, comes up, boom. That hit him hard. Now what? This next.
He wasn't knocked out, but he was really, really dazed and disoriented. And watch, but it comes up, hits Tuff in the face, goes back down, and then
It's what's scary. No,
comes up again.
That's good. He had his arm over the top. I'm just, he was hit on that first one.
And that suicide route.
That's where you got to get a little. And so, he was hit on that.
Technology. All right, so right here where he's laying across the bull, that is due to the suicide route. His hand didn't just pop off, it was still stuck in there. And if you get thrown hard enough, you might come out, like right there. Most of the time you have to have 2 hands. If you get knocked out and you got a suicide route, it's not really good. Here's another angle.
Really hit him right in the face. You say the second one caught him in the shoulder. And it smashed his nose. It looks real bad. He's up, and there's probably some broken bones in his face, but he's tough. He's real tough. Walking out of here.
Yeah, that wreck messed up Tuff's whole face. Like, had to have major reconstructive surgery afterwards. And after this wreck, he drew Bodacious again at either the PBR Finals or the National Finals Rodeo. And his son asked him, if you get him again, just turn him out. And his son was like 5 or 6. And Tuff was like, yeah, okay, whatever. And he got it, and he drew Bodacious, and he didn't end up turning him out because he made a promise to his son. But that's a whole nother video about that. So that was the top 3 greatest rides of all time, all done by Tuff Edmond. So you kind of see who I like in the bull riding world. Now let's move on to Justin McBride. He was my favorite cowboy to watch when I first started watching bull riding on TV. So he is locked in a battle with Guillermo Marchi, future 2008 PBR World Champion, and this is 2005. And all Justin McBride needs to do is ride the bull, cover his bull, ride the 8 seconds, and he has won. That's how close this race was back in 2005. So let's see. Let me see that he won. But how good was this ride? So Tuff Edmond, when he rode Bodacious, had a 95. Chris Shivers on Dillinger was one of only 3 people at the time to ride him, had a 96.5. So what can Justin McBride do when the 2005 PBR World Championship was on the line? Not how Justin McBride thought that would go, not how any other bull rider thought it was going, and certainly not how the fans thought that was going to go. You can see him hanging off the side. I knew they do a replay somewhere. Yeah, right here.
Champion. Here's the ride on camel. What an effort, Ty. Unbelievable. He was bucked off the first jump, out of shape, in terrible position.
Okay, that was horrible. Some dude's in the way. But let's watch it. Okay. All right. Starts off good. Then is hanging off the side. Not how you really want to go about winning a 2005 PBR World Championship, but he did. And that ride ended up being a 75, one of the lowest scores I've ever seen in the PBR. And most guys, they do mid to high 80s, really good, and you get a 90 something. But 75 is not really good. But all he needed to do to win the 2005 World Championship was have a qualified ride, and that's what he did. So kudos to him. It was not really one of the best rides, but one of the more memorable rides in the PBR. So that was number 2. This ride right here, Sage Kimzey on Sweet Pro's Bruiser. That is definitely, in my opinion, my humble, completely, totally right opinion, one of the greatest rides, if not the greatest ride of all time. And it says 94. You can see it right here, 94 points. This should have been a 98 or a 99, but that's just me. So something you'll start to notice if you watch a lot of bull riding or start bull riding yourself. When Justin McBride was on camo, the bull kept kind of sitting down, slouching. He wasn't looking straight. He was all looking off to the side. You can see here, Bruiser, he is standing up very straight. His head is facing forward towards the chute in front of him. And that's what we want. We don't want a bull looking off towards us, looking off us. So if the gate opens this way, you don't want the bull looking up over here, because then he's probably going to come out backwards, which is not how you want to go. You want them looking straight, so when they see the gate open, that's what they dart to. They're not turning around backwards in the chute trying to do it. So you can, one of the announcers, you can hear him say something about that.
You're a bull rider. Everybody wants to get on. He's John Wayne. He's James Dean. He's nothing but cool. Up and down.
Oh, sorry. Sage Kimzey at this point has won the past 5 NFR, PRCA Bull Riding World Championships, and he's looking to make 2019 the 6th one. And he is on his way now in 2020 to making it number 7. He did end up winning, but it was a close race.
Jumps high in the air, gives you a chance to ride him, but if you stub your toe, he'll drill you. Look how he stands in the chute. Yeah. I believe Trey can get on it. No. One jump, round the left. Here he goes. Back into his hand. He's a little bit stretched out. What a holy cow. Oh, what do you do now, huh? That was awesome.
If you can't appreciate that, you really have no business in the rodeo world, especially the bull riding world. That alone, like regardless, before you even know the score, you know that's going to be a high 90s. And if it's not, you need to hire a new judge, because that was awesome. And it's awesome because, all right.
Set a new arena record. And what a big move he puts in here.
Comes out.
This is going to be
Okay, you can see clearly that his feet and his butt have left the back of the bull. He is up in the air, not where you want to be when you're in round 8 of the NFR trying to get a world title. But Sage Kimzey, being the pro that he is,
right there.
pulls himself back down and gets his spurs to catch on the bull and goes right back to riding. And then did it again. So did one of the hardest things to do bull riding wise. Did that twice. And the bull was just flawless. One of the greatest things. This is a multi-year bucking bull of the year in the ABBI. Oh, wow.
Again, you're looking at 2 of the best that I've seen in my lifetime. Just pretty exciting, pretty cool to watch.
And there's Stetson right. Wow. I mean, honestly, it should have been way more than 94 points. But I didn't make the rules. I just get to enjoy the outcomes of it. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Forever grateful for y'all for liking and subscribing and commenting. I hope y'all continue to do that and helping me out like y'all always do. And my next video, which we posted next week, will be my interview with Miss Rodeo USA 2020, Miss Brooke Wallace. And you heard me right, Miss Rodeo USA, not Miss Rodeo America, because there's a huge difference. And we actually discussed that in the interview. So thank y'all again. Please like this video. Please subscribe. I still have some cattle battle merchandise if y'all want. And yeah, I will see y'all next time. Thank y'all.